it's not that you can't have books that are removed. You have to have a process, and you have to basis, and you should document it. And let me make sure I reiterate that part. If it's not written down, it didn't happen. That's the number one rule in all of education law. If it's not written down, it didn't happen. The contemporaneous written record of some event, discussion, occurrence is invariably thought to be credible and authoritative. So it's very important, right? Because sometimes you see in these challenges, somebody wants to challenge a book that's in the library, and it's like, okay, well, let's write down how many times it's been checked out. And the answer is 0. This book has never been checked out.
So again, another law in New Jersey specific to schools that people can opt out of. In addition, in New Jersey, you need specific parent written approval if you're going to survey certain sensitive information to students. However, there was a new law passed a few years ago that says if a school district provides written notice at least 2 weeks ahead of time, you can survey students on confidential information.
Boards are not required to post their actual agendas on the website prior to the meetings. Obviously, like I said, most school boards do it, but I have had some instances where members of the public have come forward and said, you didn't post it, that's a violation. That is not true. That is only applicable if it is a special meeting, then you would have to post the agenda to the extent known prior to that meeting. And obviously, a board's not precluded from addressing an issue that's not on the agenda, as long as that is properly brought to the board's attention. Things come up, mistakes are made in the agenda, or you may not know about something until...
I'll the person if necessary, no kid. And demand order, right? And stop the meeting until there is order, because at the end of the day, if you lose control of a meeting, like that's ultimately up to you, because it's like you're sort of like throwing a party that's open to the public, right? But the public gets to the point where they're starting to disrupt the party, like you're the host. You have to kind of like politely say like, okay, we hear you. And look, the other thing I always say is, and most of you are elected officials, right? I saw the show of hands. Let people talk. That's what they're there for. Like, they want to have a chance to talk. And you may not agree with what they're saying. They might even be saying things you don't want to hear, or negative things about you. And unfortunately, when you go into the public sector, even if you're trying to do good and be a board member, you're going to hear some of that, because people are not always going to agree, right? That's the one thing we know. So let people talk and let them have their moment, and then afterwards say thank you so much.